Hello, everyone. We're going to continue with the theme of I am open. This is our first yoga session of the Push Prep series. So, this is a nice, relaxing, hip opening routine. And what I want you to do is focus on lengthening and relaxing the pelvic floor. So, in order to do this, I'll have you all close your eyes. And as you inhale, I want you to lengthen the pelvic floor. So, you inhale, you'll naturally feel the pelvic floor drop down. And as you exhale, you'll feel it slightly come up. Okay, this time I want you to inhale, feel the pelvic floor slightly come down. See if you can keep your pelvic floor in that lower position as you exhale. We'll try that one more time. Inhale, feel the pelvic floor drop down. See if you can keep it here as you exhale, release and relax through that pelvic floor, keeping it in that lower position. Great. So there'll be times that I will stay in a pose for a while, stretching, releasing, relaxing. I'll say inhale, release, exhale, relax. We'll go through our affirmation. I am open. I see my baby easily being able to pass through me, things like that. I'll probably throw some other stuff in there. We'll see. But this is a nice, relaxing practice. If you have some back pain, hip pain, this is going to be the one for you. So let's jump into it. So putting one hand over heart, one hand over baby. And we're going to lead you through a 4-6 breath. Want you to see and visualize your pelvic floor, releasing with the inhale and relaxing with the exhale. I'll count you through. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can keep with this same kind of breathing, or if you want to do a 5 and 7 or a 3 and 5, just something where the exhale is at least 2 counts longer than the inhale. This is a good breath to do in between contractions while you're having contractions. Sometimes those contractions or waves, as I like to call them, get a little intense and we like to tense up and our breath quickens. And it's really hard to relax when we're doing that. So having your partner or yourself kind of remind you of that 4-6 breath to try to release and relax as you are going through those waves. So we'll start with some neck circles. Just loosening up here. We hold so much tension in our neck and shoulders. And then reverse your circle going the other way. Turn the neck back to neutral. Then we'll do some large trunk circles. And you can have the legs folded or out wide, just whatever is comfortable to you. Forgot to mention I'm sitting on a bolster. That just gives my hips a little bit more room to be open. So if you don't have a bolster, you can definitely use a pillow. Reverse your circle. And I have a blanket with me because we will spend some time in hands and knees. And if your knees are a little sensitive or your mat is not that thick, that would be good to have. Come back to center. Do a seated cat-cow. Inhale as you rock forward, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Exhale as you round the spine, sitting back on your sit bones. Inhale forward. Exhale, sitting back on your sit bones. Inhale forward. Exhale, sitting back on your sit bones. Inhale forward. Exhale, sitting back. Inhale forward. Exhale, sitting back. We'll bring the soles of our feet together. Inhale, the knees come up. Exhale, leaning forward as you bring your toes up, knees down toward the mat. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. We're going to stay here in this position and do a few breaths, releasing and relaxing our bodies as well as the pelvic floor. So I want you to scan the body from the crown of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes, any tension that you may be holding on to. So if you find that your shoulders are up by your ears, relax those down. You may feel a stretch in the hips. Ask those hips to release and relax, not forcing anything, just noticing them slowly loosening up with each inhale and exhale. And I want you to take a big inhale, feel that pelvic floor drop down, think release. Exhale, relax that pelvic floor and your entire body. So if you want to put your chin down to your chest to help you relax. Inhale, big inhale, feel that pelvic floor drop down and expand. Exhale, relax. One more breath like that. Inhale, release. Exhale, relax. Your next inhale will bring the torso up. You can either stay on your pillow or go down into the mat. I think I'm going to stay up here, bringing my right leg in. I'm going to inhale my arms up, turn toward my left leg, exhale and fold. If you cannot reach your foot, you can have the hands on the thigh, knee, shin. If you need a block to assist, whatever you need. Should have mentioned that you need a block, sorry. Coming out of this, I'm going to have my right arm go first, left follows for a side bend. And I'm really focusing on lengthening the left side of my body. Really stretching here, lengthening, stretching, but not collapsing too much on my right side. Inhale, both arms up. I'm going to bring my right leg a little forward a little bit because baby's going to go right here as I fold forward. Oh, that's a great stretch. With my left leg, I'm going to bring that behind me. And then I'm going to walk my hands over to the side. And you'll feel the difference from like your hands being forward to the side. You'll feel a little different in the glute. And that butt, that's what the glute is. This is a really good stretch if you're having any sciatic issues. It's amazing. I'm going to walk the hands up toward us. I'm going to switch sides. So what is this? My right leg out, left leg in. Inhale, my arms up, turn toward my right. Exhale and fold. Let your hands land as they naturally do, not forcing anything. Feeling that stretch in your back. And then coming out of this, my left arm's going to go first. Right follows. Really focusing on the expansion of my right side. Inhale, both of my arms up. I'm going to wiggle this left leg forward, making space for baby to have a landing spot. I'm going to take my right leg, curl that behind me, and then move my arms toward to the side, toward my knee, and feel the difference in that stretch from my arms being forward to now being in an angle. That stretch feels so lovely. I'll walk my hands up toward me. Take my legs. Now I'm going to get off the bolster. Actually, I'm going to put it over to the side so it's out of my way. Same thing with the blanket, even though I'm about to use it here in a bit. We're just going side to side with the legs, working on my hip rotation, mobility. internal, external rotation. And then we will meet in tabletop. If you need a blanket, have a blanket. Get a blanket, need a blanket. I don't know how I done folded this up, but it don't really matter. A blanket's gonna blanket, right? Doesn't matter how it's folded. So I'm here on my tabletop. I'm gonna bring my big toes together, knees out wide. Walk my hands up a little bit, and I'm gonna start this forward and back rocking. Hold on. Adjust my pants and stuff. Y'all need to be seeing the goods. Y'all ain't paying that much for the app. As I'm rocking forward, I'm making sure to keep a flat back, and I'm still hugging baby in, still using some core work. I'm also stretching out my low back. And then I'm going to change my knees. This is when we want to open up the pelvic outlet, the bottom part of the pelvis. Going for a little weird. I don't have that much internal rotation, as you can see, but I promise you my knees are in and my toes are out. And I'm going to rock forward and back this way as well. And you'll feel the difference in that. You should feel like the bottom part of the pelvis is more open. And we'll come back to hands and knees. Do some cat cows. Inhale, rounding the spine, pushing yourself away from the mat. Exhale, drop the belly down. Head and tailbone come up. Inhale, rounding. Exhale, drop the belly down. Inhale, rounding. Exhale, drop the belly down. Inhale, rounding. Exhale, drop the belly down. Come to a neutral spine. I'm going to put my big toes together, knees out wide again. Walk the hands up a little bit and go into some child pose circles. This is also a good routine to do during early labor. Of course, during early labor, you want to manage between rest and movement. But this is, like I said, like a gentle yoga practice. We're just trying to get baby into a good position, as well as keeping ourselves moving. Moving through your contractions is helpful because you're working with the contractions instead of against them. And then come back to your tabletop position. Kick your right leg back. I'm going to stretch out my calf. And I'm going to step my right leg over, cross it over to my left side of my body. And then I'm going to bring my right leg all the way to the right side. I'm going to bend that knee. I'm going to rock into it. And then I'm going to step my right foot on the outside of my right hand and rock into that. And if need be, I should have brought my blocks, but you can have your blocks here if you need to be a little bit higher. So imagine I have invisible blocks underneath my hands. But if you don't need them, you can have the hands onto the mat. I'm going to bring my right leg to meet my left. Downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet. If downward facing dog is uncomfortable, you got indigestion, you can definitely do a child's pose instead as a modification. Come back down to the knees. Big toes to touch, knees out wide. Exhale to child's pose. And we're going to focus on our breathing here. So inhale, release, dropping that pelvic floor down. Exhale, relax. Y'all still stay how y'all are. Just notice my low back was showing. Inhale, release. Exhale, relax. Inhale, release. Feel that pelvic floor drop down. Exhale, relax. One more. Inhale, release. Exhale, relax. Come out to your tabletop. Shake the hips from side to side. Come to stillness. Bring your left leg out long, pedaling out the foot or holding that stretch. Then I'm going to cross my left leg over my right side of my body, feeling that stretch on my outer right hip. I'm going to bring my left leg all the way out to the side, put a bend in that knee, and rock side to side. So my toes, you can't see them, but they're not facing forward. They're facing either out to the side or like in an angle, like so. This is really good if baby is like in mid pelvis, trying to work their way on down. And I'm going to take my left foot, step on the outside of my left hand, and rock back and forth. And also, just remember to make the practice customized to you. If this is too big of a range of motion, this hurts, definitely do what is comfortable to you. You want to feel a stretch, but not like a severe pull. We're not trying to pull a hamstring or anything. And then bring that left leg to meet the right. You're going to exhale, curl the toes under, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Come back down to the knees. Step up to the top of the mat, like so. Curl the toes under, and we're up. If you have a blanket that you use, move that over to the side. And we're not going to do a whole bunch of squat flows, but I want to definitely do some, since they're really good for opening up the hips and pelvis as well. So I'm just going to do 5. So we're going to inhale it up, exhale low, inhale up, exhale low. Remembering that if you are over 34 weeks and you do not know if baby is head down, please do not do a deep squat. Go into more of a goddess squat. This is 5 here. I'm going to widen my legs a little bit. I'm going to stay here for a bit. I'm going to go from side to side. I'm going to take my elbows and push my right leg back, and then my left, and then my right, then my left, and my right, and my left. I'm just going to hold it here for a little bit, and we're going to release and relax here. If need be, you can sit on a block if that's more comfortable. But inhale, release. Exhale, relax. Inhale, release. Exhale, relax. I know this is uncomfortable, but so are contractions. So if you can find relaxation in the uncomfortable poses, you got this birth thing worked out. All right, come to hands and knees. And then come to your seated position. If you like to go into a savasana after this, by all means, I invite you to. If you are busy, you got to run, you got stuff to do, kids are screaming, hollering, dog need to go outside, got to cook dinner. I get it. I am a mom too. I get it. But if you do have a few moments, more moments to yourself to release, relax, meditate, just have a moment of silence to yourself, I invite you to do that. But if you got to run, I understand that as well. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I will see you all tomorrow. Mama stay. By the way, y'all like my shirt? I made this shirt. If y'all like it for real, let me know. I will put this on my Etsy store. Anyway, check out my Etsy store. Mama Stay Doula, hit me up. I got tons of stuff for the mamas, for the daddies, for the babies. Hit it up. Thanks.